Hi, so in this video, we're going to talk about a process called translation, which is basically the second step in protein synthesis or the making of a protein. Now, in the previous video, we talked about transcription, and basically what we got out of that is an mRNA, which is this dude over here. Okay, yeah. Um, and basically, um, the mRNA will go out of the nucleus and into the cytoplasm and to a ribosome. Now, there are two types of ribosomes. One is called the ribosome that's free floating, or the free floating ribosome, and a ribosome in the rough ER. And the mRNA will basically go to the free-floating ribosome if it will stay in the cell, and it would go to the rough ER if it needs to go out of the cell. So basically, if we're synthesizing an enzyme, it will go to a free-floating ribosome, and if we're making a hormone, it will go to the rough ER. Now, going back, we are talking about the ribosome. So basically, the ribosome is split into two parts, the top part and the bottom part. And basically, the mRNA will slide through the middle, and the ribosome will read the mRNA. Now, the mRNA is split into three. Oh, actually, it's split into triplets, or every three nitrogen bases. And basically, the nitrogen bases, which are these things right here, are called codons. And so this is a codon, this is another codon, this is another codon, and so on and so forth. Now, once the ribosome is reading it, a thing called a tRNA. So basically, these things over here, they have what's called an anticodon, and attached to that tRNA is also an amino acid. So what would happen is, once the mRNA slides through, it is read in codons, and a corresponding anticodon will lock on to a codon. So as you can see here, right here, your codon is right there, and a tRNA with a corresponding anticodon will lock onto that. And at the other end is an amino acid. Now, once it's read, it obviously takes out the amino acid, will bind to the other amino acids which were already coded beforehand. And these amino acids will bind together through peptide bonds. So let's say, like, imagine that they're bonded right there, and that bond is called a peptide bond. Now, a series of amino acids is called a polypeptide chain because of the peptide bonds that connect them. So it's called a polypeptide chain, or basically a protein. So that's how you make a protein. So basically, the process just continues on until there's nothing more to read. And at the end of that, you will have your protein. Now, to repeat what I said, basically, the mRNA slides through or locks onto the ribosome, and the ribosome will read the mRNA. And it's by codons, which is the triplets of nitrogen bases. So once a triplet is read, an anticodon goes and locks in, and then that anticodon is attached to a tRNA, and in the tRNA on the other end, an amino acid is also attached to it. So when the anticodon locks onto the codon, the corresponding amino acid will be connected to or read, and will connect to the other amino acids that have been previously read, and these amino acids will join together through peptide bonds, creating a polypeptide chain, or our protein, the protein that we needed to, and the protein that was coded because of the mRNA. And that's basically the process of translation. Thanks for listening.